Good morning, Hastings. Welcome to your Daily Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to be your guide this morning as we unpack exactly what you need to know to make the most of a truly gorgeous July day right here in our community. We're pulling directly from today's HastingsNow.com update, and I can promise you a highly factual, beautiful mix of current events and fascinating local lore that our local residents are absolutely going to love.
Today, we're looking at some abundant sunshine, beautifully calm winds, and later on, a brilliant little trip back in time. We've got a historical time capsule lined up for you that you are definitely not going to want to miss.
Hastings Weather Overview. So let's talk temperature. Our daytime high is pushing right up to about 88 degrees today. I mean, we are right in the heart of a warm, straightforward Minnesota summer, plain and simple. We're getting that classic July heat, but it's accompanied by some incredibly pleasant conditions that frankly make this kind of temperature feel way more like a gift than a chore.
There's just a beautiful arc to our Tuesday. We're starting with that daytime high of 88 degrees with mostly sunny skies and impressively calm winds, which is literally ideal for an early morning walk near the river before the heat really sets in. And then we see this really crisp transition into the evening. The low is going to settle near 66 degrees under mostly clear skies with just a gentle 5-mile-per-hour southeast breeze before becoming completely calm overnight. It's basically the perfect recipe for a summer day.
Plan your Tuesday. So, if your Tuesday involves spending a few hours outside, maybe you're running errands around downtown Hastings or letting the kids play at Levy Park, or even just taking a long walk by the Mississippi River, you're going to want to throw on some lightweight, breathable clothing. The sun will be shining bright for sure, so packing some sunscreen, bringing along water, and actually planning out a few shady breaks will keep things totally comfortable. And as that evening breeze rolls in and temperatures drop to 66, well, that is prime patio and riverwalk weather, my friends.
Okay, before we transition into our historical deep dive, I've got a very important question for you. Think of this as our official weather joke of the day. Why did the Mississippi River take Tuesday afternoon off? Because with calm winds and sunny skies in Hastings today, it finally had time to just go with the flow. I know, the dad joke energy is strong this morning, but honestly, those calm winds today really do set a remarkably peaceful, relaxing pace for our entire community.
Local history, Governor Johnson.
Let's rewind a bit. Today, July 28th, actually marks the birth of John Albert Johnson back in 1861, right here in St. Peter, Minnesota. Now, just 13 years old, he had to leave school to help support his family. But his trajectory from there is just incredible to think about. In adulthood, he worked his way up to become a newspaper editor and eventually the 16th governor of Minnesota.
And John Albert Johnson wasn't just any governor, he was the very first Minnesota-born person to ever serve in the state's highest office. According to the Minnesota Historical Society, he cemented a lasting legacy by being uniquely capable of attracting support across party lines. Just a really remarkable figure in our state's story, born exactly on this date.
The 14th Amendment ratified.
Zooming out to the national stage for a second, exactly on this day, July 28, in 1868, Secretary of State William Seward formally declared that the 14th Amendment had been ratified by the required number of states. Based on records from the National Archives, this amendment established birthright citizenship, along with massive constitutional protections involving due process and equal protection. It stands today as one of the most consequential and constitutionally weighty additions ever made to the United States Constitution.
1969 Twins in Cooperstown.
All right, for the sports fans, according to National Baseball Hall of Fame records, exactly 57 years ago today, on July 28, 1969, our Minnesota Twins faced off against the Houston Astros in the Hall of Fame game in Cooperstown, New York. The Twins were absolutely dominating, leading 7-2 through 5 innings. But why does the box score just stop at inning 5? Well, a heavy rainstorm rolled in and completely ended the game early.
What makes this rain-shortened exhibition match such a brilliant little slice of baseball trivia is who was actually on the field that day. This wasn't just some quiet exhibition. It featured some of the most legendary, familiar names in Twins history. You had Rod Carew, Tony Oliva, and Harmon Killebrew all taking the field together in this very unique midsummer game.
Speaking of rain ending things early, that brings us right back to the present moment for a quick, practical reminder. While today's forecast is sunny, gorgeous, and totally calm, we all know that summer weather around here can pivot in an instant. So always remember to check official National Weather Service alerts and your local radar for any sudden summer storms before you head out for a long afternoon outdoors. And that wraps up our factual, gorgeous look at today's forecast and history for you guys. Make a little time to get out and enjoy Hastings outdoors today, whether that's on a patio or down by the river.
But I want to leave you with a thought as you head out into the sunshine. Out of all the fascinating pieces of our shared history we unpacked today, from Governor Johnson to a monumental constitutional amendment to a rain-soaked Twins game in Cooperstown, which piece of history are you going to pass on to a neighbor today? Have a beautiful Tuesday, Hastings. Keep learning and keep sharing.